Hey, what's up? Check this out. So I picked up a bass acoustic guitar, super cool, and the person who sold it to me didn't tell me that the neck was broken right at the headstock. Now, I can fix stuff, so let's fix this. What I'm gonna show you though is that the guy put JB Weld or something on here covering where it split and broke. So thankfully he didn't muck up the inside and the brake is not all the way through the headstock to the other side. So we're gonna take these tuners off, take the strings off, we're gonna try and clean this crap off of here, and we're gonna try and fix this up. Here's the materials we have to use at hand. So let's get into this. Alright, so I've never really played a bass before, or used the bass, or had a bass acoustic, so I'm not taking the strings fully off. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick them right down in the sound hole. Just like that, still attached to the bridge. That way I know which order they go in and what to do when it's time. So we're gonna flip this over and take the tuners off. Alright, now you can see that the brake is right along here and right up here through the tuner. So first step, we need to clean all this crap off here. We're gonna try some denatured alcohol. I've heard that this stuff can help loosen up JB Weld and remove it off here. So we're gonna see if that does the trick. So we're gonna paint some of it on here just a little bit and let it soak in a hair. So we've got a strip of sandpaper. Alright, so now that we got this all cleaned off, we can see that it broke up to here, and then it did not continue further, so it just cracked. It's not actually all the way fully broken. So what we have to do now is we're going to spread this apart as much as possible. It starts to crack really quick. We're going to stick some of this Gorilla wood glue in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of sandpaper just like this. I'm going to take and swipe it into the gaps. Just like that. That way I can spread the glue in there and get it coated all in between all these layers of wood that are split inside of it. And we'll flip it over and make sure it's coated both ways. As you can see by how far this sandpaper goes up, that the brake goes up quite a ways, so we want to get quite a bit of glue sandwiched in there before we clamp this down. We're just going to wipe the excess glue off here, just like that. There's not a lot to clean up later on. This glue sets pretty quick, it dries pretty quick, 24-hour bonding, so we'll find out tomorrow how good of a job we did on this. So it's time to clamp up now. So what we're gonna do is take a regular old wood clamp. You should see some glue come right out of there. All everywhere that we clamp down. So we're gonna tighten that as tight as we absolutely can. Just like that. And then we're gonna take and wipe up the excess glue again, just like that. And it'll seep out for a little bit. There'll be some to clean up in the end, but it's not so huge of a deal. The most important thing is that there are little traces of glue coming out on everywhere that you have a seam. And so you can see along the line of the entire crack here, little teeny droplets of glue just slowly seeping out. Means it got glue everywhere. So let this sit overnight and we'll see what happens. All right, so we let this thing dry for 24 hours. So we're gonna pop this off of here and see how it all looks. So it didn't spread back apart at all, and I let the clamp off it. There was no adjustment, no wiggles, nothing like that. So we can see that the glue seeped out a little bit, and it's right like that. So we'll just scrape the edges off there lightly. All right, now that we've scraped the glue off there, we're gonna take and sand this just a hair. All right, so once we got that sanded down a little bit, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take right on the binding, which is this yellow strip down the side of the guitar, on the side of the nut, and we're gonna stick some masking tape on both sides. So we're gonna shoot this with some black spray paint. All right, so now we got this taped off and we've sanded it down and wiped it off. I'm gonna shoot a little bit of black on there, just lightly. All right, so now that this thing's had some time to dry, we put several coats on here. We're gonna peel off most of the tape. But I'm only gonna take the tape that's on the back of the neck here, because there's gonna be a line between the two different tones of black. And so what we wanna do is mar them up just a hair with some Scotch-Brite, and then we're gonna mix a gloss coat. See how that's completely different there? Now that you can see we got this marred up a bit, you can see that the transition's a bit smoother, so we're gonna put some clear gloss on this now. Now we'll let this dry. All right, so now that it's been a few days, you can see here that it is completely smooth. You can't even tell where the paint starts or stops. So what we're gonna do is flip it right over. Going to peel off the tape, just like so. You can see it made a really nice crisp line there. So now let's install the hardware back. All right, so now that we got the hardware installed on that side, we're gonna flip it and add the hardware back to the front. All right, now that the hardware is on the headstock, next step, we're gonna take these strings we stuffed in there the other day, and we're gonna restring the guitar. All right, so now once the strings are reattached, take a look at the back here, make sure the thing looks good, like it's not splitting, no cracks or tension. Looks great. So what's the point in showing you how to fix an acoustic bass guitar if I don't play some kind of song for you? So I'm just gonna play something short. So here you go.